The free travel you've been counting on for retirement? It's about to change, and it could cost you hundreds of pounds a year. For years, that little card in your wallet has been more than just a bus pass. It's been a lifeline, a symbol of freedom. But new rules are coming, and it all comes down to the year you were born. Big changes are on the horizon that will have a real impact on your money and your lifestyle. Stay tuned to find out if your bus pass is at risk. For millions of us across the UK, the free bus pass is a key part of retirement. It's our ticket to independence, letting us visit family, get to doctor's appointments, and stay connected to our communities without worrying about the cost. But the system we've all come to rely on is about to get a major shakeup. The government has confirmed big changes, and they're going to directly affect when you can get your hands on that pass. In this video, we'll break down exactly what's changing, who's going to have to wait longer, and most importantly, what you can do about it. This isn't about scaremongering. It's about giving you the clear, straightforward information you need to prepare for what's next. We'll look at the new rules in England, see how they stack up against the much more generous schemes in Scotland and Wales, and give you a solid action plan. If you want to stay ahead of crucial updates like this, make sure you subscribe, because this is information you can't afford to miss. So, what's the big change causing all this fuss? In England, the age you get a free bus pass has been tied to the state pension age for a while now. Right now, that age is 66 for both men and women. Once you hit 66, you can apply to your local council and get your pass, which gives you free off-peak travel on local buses anywhere in England. But here's the bombshell. The government is tightening the rules. The state pension age is set to rise from 66 to 67, and this increase will be phased in between 2026 and 2028. The eligibility for the bus pass will now follow this rising age. What does that actually mean for you? It means the goalposts are moving. People who were expecting to get their bus pass at 66 will now have to wait an entire extra year until they turn 67. The announcements are happening now, but the rule change itself is set to take effect from October 1st, 2025. Anyone who turns 66 after the pension age officially starts to rise will no longer qualify at that age. They'll have to wait until they meet the new higher threshold of 67. This isn't a maybe. The law for this was passed back in 2014, and now we're about to feel the consequences. This is the part you really need to listen to. Who, exactly, gets caught by these changes? It all comes down to your date of birth. The government has been clear that the increase from age 66 to 67 will affect people born on or after April 6, 1960. Let me give you an example. Someone born on April 5, 1960 will reach their state pension age of 66 and can claim their bus pass just like before. But someone born just one day later, on April 6, 1960, will now have to wait until they're somewhere between 66 and 67, depending on the government's timetable. And for anyone born after March 5, 1961, the new state pension age of 67 will fully apply. This creates a sharp dividing line. Two people, born just days apart, will have a totally different experience. One gets to enjoy a year of free travel, while the other has to pay out of pocket for another 12 months. So, let's talk about the money. The average bus fare is capped at $2 for a single journey in many places, but who knows how long that will last. Let's say you take the bus just 3 times a week, making return journeys. That's 6 trips. At $2 a trip, that's $12 a week. Over a year, that adds up to over $620. For anyone on a fixed income, finding an extra $600 a year is a huge ask. For many, it's simply impossible. This isn't just about the money either. It's about quality of life. Campaigners are rightly pointing out that this delay will lead to more social isolation. For some people, that bus journey is their only chance to see friends, join a club, or visit their grandkids. Taking that away for another year can have a devastating impact on mental health. It's a loss of independence, especially for those in rural areas where there aren't many transport options. And that brings us to one of the most frustrating parts of this whole mess: the postcode lottery. These changes mainly affect people in England. If you live in Scotland or Wales, the rules are way more generous. In both Scotland and Wales, you get a free bus pass at age 60. Let that sink in. A 60-year-old in Cardiff or Glasgow can travel for free, while a 66-year-old in Manchester or Birmingham will still have to wait another year. And in Northern Ireland, you can get a half-fare pass at 60 and the full free pass at 65. This has sparked calls for fairness, with a major petition demanding the age in England be lowered to 60 to match the other nations. It really shows how your access to essential services in retirement can be decided by which side of a border you live on. So, why is this happening? When you look at the government's official line, it boils down to two things. We're living longer, and they need to balance the books. The government's argument is that since people are living and working longer, it makes sense to align concessions like the bus pass with the state pension age. They argue the system needs to be affordable for the long term. With an aging population, the cost of the free travel scheme, already around $700 million a year in England, is only going to go up. They see raising the eligibility age as a way to control those future costs. They also claim it creates a simpler system in England, and point out that local councils can offer their own, more generous schemes if they can afford it, though with budgets as tight as they are, very few can. You might find some specific areas, like London with its 60-plus Oyster card, or Merseyside, that do offer earlier concessions. But while the government talks about saving money, critics argue these savings are coming at the expense of a generation that already had its retirement plans turned upside down. They say the social cost of isolation and lost mobility is far higher than any financial savings. Okay, so you know the problem. Now what can you actually do about it? You're not powerless here. These are the steps you need to take right now to get prepared. This is the most important thing you can do. Don't guess. The rules are tied to your exact date of birth. Go to the Gov UK website and use their official calculator. Just put in your date of birth, and it will tell you the precise date you reach state pension age. In England, that date is now your new bus pass eligibility date. I really urge you to do this as soon as you finish this video. While the national scheme sets the age, your local council is the one that actually gives you the pass, and they might have their own restrictions. The most common one is a limit on travel times. Many councils only allow free travel during off-peak hours, which is usually from 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. on weekdays. If you need the bus for an early morning appointment, you need to check if you'll have to pay. Your local council's website is the best place to find this info. If you find out you have a long wait for your free pass, don't give up. Other schemes might help cut your costs. The government's $2 single fare cap is still in place for now and saves a lot of money. Also, if you have a disability, you might be eligible for a disabled person's bus pass, which isn't tied to age. The criteria for this can cover a wide range of conditions, so check it out on your council's website. The changes are also pushing the application process online. Many councils are moving to a digital-first system, wanting you to apply online and sending renewal reminders by email. Some are even trying out smart cards or a digital pass on your phone. If you're not comfortable with tech, don't worry. Physical cards will still be an option, and local libraries or council support centers should be able to help you. So, let's quickly recap. Starting from late 2025, getting a free bus pass in England will be tied directly to the rising state pension age. This means if you were born after April 5, 1960, you'll likely have to wait until you're 67. This is a huge change that's going to hit the finances and social lives of thousands of people who were counting on that support from age 66. It also makes the system in England feel deeply unfair compared to the rest of the UK, where free travel often starts at 60. The most important thing you can do today is go to the Gov UK website and check your official state pension age. That's your new finish line. Knowing that date gives you the power to plan your finances. This story is still unfolding, and there's growing pressure on the government to address the fairness of it all. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and, more importantly, share it. Share it with friends, family, and anyone you know who might be affected. So many people have no idea these changes are coming, and you could save them a lot of worry and money. Finally, if you want to stay on top of this and other big changes affecting your retirement and personal finances, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Our goal here is to keep you one step ahead. Thanks for watching.